Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today we're back. 3 more teams 10, 11, and 12 of our preseason previews. We've got 2 more episodes of these left. Go back and listen to the other 3 if you haven't already. Today, we're getting into Las Vegas, LA, and Washington. Very different teams. Could be all playoff teams. Maybe some of them are on the outside looking in. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into all of it. But before we do, Kristen, how are you?
Hello. I am pretty good. Fun thing coming up in me and John's lives. On Sunday, we are running a big race. A 10-mile race, the Broad Street Run here in Philly. Straight down Broad Street, straight downhill for 10 miles.
Yes, an iconic run in this, our great city.
So we're excited for that. I'm getting ready for that mentally.
Yes. Maybe not physically. I say that for the both of us. Maybe we're not as prepped as we thought we were going to be.
Yeah, definitely not physically. Like, I'm mostly going to walk, but that's fine.
It's all about saying that we completed the 10 miles.
It's still going to be fun.
I can't wait. I can't wait to say that I did it. I'm going to do my best to run it out. Kristen's sister's going to be in town visiting. So fortunately, it's okay if I go ahead and run my race.
Yeah, John leaves me in the dust.
Because I'm going to be running at a pace of 12-minute miles. Let's see what happens. But yes, very excited about that.
We'll let you know how we do, listeners.
We will let you know. You'll know when the next time we have to record one of these. But before we get into talking about these teams, again, as always, you know the drill. If you'd like to send us an email, you could do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. If you would be so kind, leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, whatever it is. 5-star rating and review goes a long way to help grow the show. Subscribe to the YouTube, and of course, tell your friends and family to listen to the show too, because you know you want to get them into the WNBA as well. All right, let's waste no more time. We must talk about the champions of the 2025 WNBA season and see how we feel about them in 2026. It's the Las Vegas Aces, a team that ended 30-14 somehow. Somehow, I say. If you didn't watch last season, if you're very new to the WNBA, maybe you've heard about the Aces. Maybe you've heard of A'ja Wilson, the greatest female basketball player ever. I say in question marks, the GOAT. But this team was bad, outright bad, until they went on a 16-game winning streak to close out the season. It was insane. They lost a massive game to the Minnesota Lynx by like 50 points or something like that. And they surged all the way back, winning every single game to close out the year and end with a record of 30-14. They went into the playoffs and they had a brief scare against Seattle in the first round, but then it was no looking back, and they swept through the playoffs, crushing their competition and winning via a sweep in the final against Phoenix to claim their 3rd title in 5 years. Pretty solid stuff for a great team that is Las Vegas Aces. This year, it looks to be that we could potentially see a return of the lineup that they played in the playoffs to win them a championship. I have them starting at point, Chelsea Gray, playing in the 2, Kristen Bell, who's returned after her rookie contract. We have Jackie Young, we have A'ja Wilson, and we have Nalissa Smith to round it out, with the 6th player likely being one of Jewel Lloyd or the return of Kennedy Carter. A lot to talk about with this Aces team. I'll let you start. What are you most excited about in this upcoming year for Vegas?
Yeah. There's a lot to be excited about, I think, about Las Vegas. I think last year was such a roller coaster. It started out so horrible. And then they just surged back. Nobody saw that coming.
Except for themselves. They said, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I didn't believe them.
No, not for 1 second. And then they win their third championship. Asia wins her fourth MVP. Like, seeing Asia again this year, I'm just excited to watch Asia.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that in and of itself is just exciting. Just to see Asia cook every night. Because we haven't seen her in the offseason. She didn't play in Unrivaled.
Right.
She didn't play in Athletes Unlimited. So I haven't seen Asia in a good 9 months. So I miss that.
I know. It makes it fun because you're like, you see all of the other stars. Because Unrivaled is such a star-heavy league that you're like, yeah, you're surprised that Asia's not there. But then you're like, oh, I get to see her again? It's been so long. It's been forever. Oh, she's literally the greatest.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So Asia will be fun. Seeing Chelsea come back into a 5-on-5 role when she had such an incredible season in Unrivaled.
Another great one for her.
Yes, winning the 1v1 tournament.
Yep.
I'm very excited to watch her in this 5-on-5
Format.
structure again. Always a pleasure to watch Jackie.
Healthy Jackie. Healthy.
Yes. So the three of them, solid.
Yes.
Exciting. Everybody else, I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with everybody else. Everybody else is like a very solid basketball rotation player.
Sure.
And
Yes.
I think they could be coming in and out as the season goes on. Jewel started last year, then started coming off the bench in the second half.
And it worked.
And that completely turned everything around. What's Jewel going to think now? Is she going to be okay again coming off the bench, or is she going to want to start again? I don't know. Nalissa Smith was incredible after being traded to the Aces in the middle of last year. So I'm excited to watch Nalissa again. Cheyenne Parker-Tyus is here.
Yes. Off of her pregnancy.
Right, after not playing last year from maternity leave. So I'm excited to see what she's going to bring to this team. It's just a lot. And I love Dana Evans. She's hurt right now, but she'll come back eventually. And I'm excited to watch Kennedy Carter.
Dude, I'm so excited to watch Kennedy Carter. Kennedy Carter, if you don't know, folks, she wasn't in the league last year. She was there the year before with Chicago. And she spent this past year in China posting like ridiculous stat lines, insane scoring output. A player, she plays with such a ferocity and a speed, and she can be a shooter one night, she can be a finisher another night, she can be a passer. She is one of these all toolsy players. 27 years old, she's young. For her to return and add to this Vegas roster, to be I don't know, we don't all have it tonight. Kennedy, what can you do? Let her cook. Asia said as much in an interview when asked about Kennedy Carter, that she has seen her team get fried. Her words, fried by Kennedy Carter. And now she's so excited to get to see Kennedy fry other teams in an Aces jersey. Kennedy Carter, a bit of an abrasive personality, if you ask certain folks around the league, has had locker room issues in the past. I think this is a great landing spot for her because Becky's not going to put up with that. Coach Becky Hammond, not going to put up with that. If there's a problem, I think Becky would consider cutting her or just benching her. We saw what she did to Jewel. It wasn't a matter of if you think you're hot stuff and you're not performing, I don't have to play you. So I think Kennedy is going to they're going to harness Kennedy's fury in a way that's going to be so good for this team and take a load off of your big three, Asia, Jackie, and Chelsea. And I like, this was one of the most exciting signings of the entire offseason to me. To get Kennedy back in the league, I think it's going to be so fun.
Mm-hmm. It definitely will be fun. For the fans, it will be very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy, when she was with the Sky in 2024, scored 18 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was incredible.
Yeah.
To our eyes. But we have heard rumors of locker room issues with the Sky, with
Yeah, right.
the Sparks.
That might have been a Sky problem.
Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
Sky, we know they have problems. But she's been on other teams when there's also been issues.
Mm-hmm.
She's only played in the league 4 years and she's been on 3 teams.
Yeah.
And she missed last year and 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So from my perspective, I think it can go very well. You're right. I don't think Becky Hammond puts up with that kind of stuff.
No.
And I don't think they would have signed her if they expected it to be a problem.
Exactly.
Like, the players know what
Yeah.
they're getting into.
Yeah.
But I do think if something happens again, then this might be her last shot.
Yes, this is like a very much a turning point thing. Because she is still so young. She
Yeah.
can still have a resurgence in the league. But to make it work with Vegas would be a huge step forward for her.
Yep.
If she decides to stay there for the rest of her career, who knows? Maybe she uses this as a springboard to get a really good contract, next year. Vegas is pretty set in this core of Chelsea, Jackie, Asia, and Jewel now, because Jewel got a 3-year contract.
True.
They spent high money. They're a team, like we saw. They prioritized the big money players. You can't let Asia Wilson walk. You have to give her, the massive contract, obviously deserved for the output that she brings to your team. Something that I always have a concern in the back of my mind is if one of them gets hurt, then you're kind of you're losing a very important player. Obviously, it kind of makes the roster's a little imbalanced. I know we said they're role players are good role players, but they're going to live or die by those 3 players regardless. They didn't do anything to ensure that if one of them goes down, aside from maybe the Kennedy move, that they are equipped to match that. Fortunately, we haven't really seen that with Asia. Jackie has had her injury concerns from time to time. Chelsea somehow is like an Iron Man ever since she came off the one injury the first year that we started the show 3 seasons ago, when we first saw her for the first time, and we were like, oh my God, this is the point guard.
The point guard.
But yeah, it's just stay healthy, and they've got another road to another championship. They will certainly be in the mix to, have another back-to-back
Yeah, for sure.
title situation.
So we talked about Kirsten Bell.
We mentioned her in the starting
that
lineup.
she will start. Okay.
Yeah, what was the situation with Kirsten last year, especially in the playoffs?
So they switched around this starting lineup a lot last year.
Yes, trying to figure it out.
Kirsten Bell ended up being a starter, but she only played 7 minutes.
So such a good bit.
6 or 7 minutes.
Such a good bit.
In these championship games. But it's all this mental game, I guess, for Jewel Lloyd. Jewel's coming off the bench playing 31 minutes.
It's so funny. It's so
crazy.
funny. Starter Jewel, not the player that they expect.
Yeah.
Bench Jewel, 6-woman Jewel, a different animal.
So I'll just say, if anyone's doing a draft or something like that in fantasy, and you see, oh, Kirsten Bell's a starter.
Maybe pause.
Right. Pause on that.
I will say, props to the Aces, who have so often, I've said this on pods before, so often just made a pick of a player and they are immediately gone next year. Look at Aaliyah Nye.
The rookies.
Yeah. Last year, they drafted her at the top of the 2nd round. They had her on a cost-effective contract. They let her go in the expansion draft. And now the only player that they've stood by that they drafted on a rookie contract, who got a second contract now, good old Kirsten Bell. She's back.
She's been with them.
She's been with them. She knows. And Kirsten Bell, to her credit, was pretty good in Athletes Unlimited this past season. She's a real shooter.
No, she is.
So I love Kirsten Bell, man. Let's. I do think if we get a bit season where she is the starter but only starts and plays for like 12 minutes, I'm here for that.
Hey, if that's what they have to do to win,
Yeah, do it again.
that's fine.
Do it again. I personally they're a little light on the bigs, but Asia just
It literally doesn't matter.
It literally doesn't matter.
I don't think they are light on the bigs. They have Asia, who's going to play the whole game,
Melissa, who they've made into a great player.
into mini Asia. Maybe I don't say that, but she's actually very young, Melissa. She's only 26.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting old. That's just my aside. Turning 30. So being 26 is very young to me.
Yeah. I think Cheyenne's going to be good.
And Cheyenne Pecker-Tai is
Yeah.
coming back. I think it's going to just be another backup.
She was good before last year in
Yeah.
Atlanta. She's really good. Then she got hurt. Then she had maternity leave. And now she looks really fit. So
Yeah.
I think she's going to be
No,
a
I think
pretty
they're
good backup center.
solid in the bigs.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of don't know what Steph Talbot's going to give them.
Yeah, it's that kind of end of the bench. Steph Talbot, Brianna Turner, and this rookie that ends up coming in, which I'm imagining will be Janiyah Barker.
Janiyah Barker, yeah.
I don't know how much playing time either of the three of them are going to get.
No. But Barker has upside. Late draft pick who was slotted to be, a pretty before last year at Tennessee, it was expected that she was going to be a first round pick caliber player. She falls to 29, goes to Vegas. A pretty good get. Could be the steal of the draft. She wasn't particularly flashy in her first preseason game. I think she only had 1 point the other night. But Barker's going to be a player to watch because she's going to get to learn from Asia, and she kind of has a similar body type. So when you're learning from the greatest, that could mean that you have another Asia just in your back pocket. Last thing I kind of want to talk about with the Aces. Are you keyed into the Jackie Nalissa potential drama of it all?
Is there drama between them two?
I don't think so. There
okay,
could
I guess
be.
it's potential drama.
There could be, and this is confirmed. I know we talked about VB and Kate rumors last time, but just put it on the table. Jackie is currently with, per her Instagram, Dejanay Carrington, who
of the Sky.
Nalissa Smith was with Dejanay Carrington just last year. When they were
Not even a year
when they were
ago.
both in Dallas, and then they were on different teams, and then Dejanay goes to Minnesota, Nalissa goes to Vegas, they separate, and now you got Dejanay's current lady and Dejanay's ex
On the team together.
Interesting. I think they're going to put everything aside for the sake of winning.
I mean, it's not like Dejanay is going to be hanging out around there all the time.
Right,
She's busy playing basketball also somewhere else.
We don't get a love triangle situation where Dejanay is just there too.
No, right. So I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. But if you got a take about that,
If you're looking for a reason to not like the Aces,
or to love the Aces because you just want the drama,
yes.
check them out. Well, Kristen, the Aces, the more I talk about the Aces, I was like, oh, they didn't do anything in the offseason. And I'm like, it doesn't freaking matter.
They literally don't
It literally
need to.
does not matter. Where do you have the Las Vegas Aces rated in our preseason power ranking?
I have the Las Vegas Aces ranked number 2.
Ding, ding, ding. As do I. Number 2.
And I think it's just because, they didn't really make any huge moves to drive them, even better than they were last year.
But they won the championship.
Right. So,
Yeah, they're all a year older, but
Yeah.
Asia's a year closer to her prime. She might not even be in her prime yet, folks. And she's already won 4 MVPs.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's the Vegas Aces for you. Yeah, just excited to see greatness take the court once again.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it on the West Coast, let's talk about the LA Sparks, a team that looks a little different from last year. They were a fun team for sure. They were 21-23 this past season, just missed the playoffs to the Valkyries. They ended up in the 9th spot. And if we look ahead to their starting 5, we would find potentially Kelsey Plum starting at the point guard position, a trade that brings in their likely starting shooting guard Ariel Atkins after they moved on from Rakia Jackson earlier this offseason. I have Ray Burrell starting at the 3, NECA starting at the 4, and Dearica Hamby starting at center, with the 6th woman being Cam Brink. Now, if you asked me to do this exercise yesterday, 2 days ago, I would have had Cam in the starting lineup. I would have had NECA playing the 3, Cam playing the 4, or vice versa, Dearica playing the 5. Mm-hmm. Until we heard from Coach Lynn Roberts herself that Cam is anticipated to be coming off the bench if the season were to start today. And because we're so close to the start of the season, I think that will probably be the most likely case, which is why we have Cam coming off the bench to start in this exercise. But what player do you want to start with? Do you want to start with Cam?
Sure, we can start with Cam.
Start with Cam.
Yeah, this was pretty surprising to me, this news that Cam may come off the bench. Cam has struggled with injury. Mm-hmm. She tore her ACL in her rookie year, was out half that season, was out half of last season. So she really hasn't played a full season yet.
Right.
She was good at Unrivaled.
She did stay healthy and Unrivaled. She wore that mask. Don't break the nose.
That was great.
I hope she's married at this point, or
I'm
else
not
she might
sure.
still be in a mask. That was the reason she was wearing a mask in Unrivaled.
And she struggles with her defense. She can rack up some fouls.
Sure.
But she has been developing a lot, her shooting.
Yeah, she's a real three-point threat.
She's become a good three-point shooter. So that surprises me a little bit. And maybe they're just being a little cautious. Maybe they want her to grow a little bit more under NECA, perhaps, and under Dearica.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, neither one of those players is necessarily Cam's archetype.
No.
But I don't know. Like, I do kind of think it would have made sense to have NECA at the 3 and Cam at the 4.
Because NECA can shoot it.
Yeah, NECA is a shooting threat for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That to me, if I'm reading into that, that means that we need to look at who potentially is starting at the 3. And I have Ray Burrell slotting into the 3. So they really are kind of going to run a potential like 3-guard lineup, even though Ray is kind of more wingy, more rangy player. But Ray Burrell is a player that we should certainly focus on with this team because, you know, I think if I recall, one of our friends of the pod, Jonathan, was hoping that Ray Burrell would be free from LA, go to one of the expansion teams and get to cook. But they protected her. We expect that they protected her because she wasn't selected. Ray Burrell, as good as Cam was in Unrivaled this past season, Ray Burrell proved that she's quickly an ascending player, an ascending star in this league. And she may just be so good that they say, Ray, you need to start. We need you on the court because of the finishing, the shooting that she's developed. If Ray is healthy, and Ray got hurt on the first game last year, which was not great for Ray's development, but it didn't really inhibit her play once she returned, and certainly what we saw in the offseason. Ray Burrell is quickly becoming one of my favorite players in the entire league.
For sure.
I will say the fact that she is on a training camp contract and not actually signed to a real contract is insane to me.
That's what's weird.
It's very weird. It's very weird. That doesn't mean they're going to cut her, but like she should already be making, I don't know, $500K. Like she should be on a $500K contract or something like that. She's not. She's got to earn it for whatever reason.
Well, I guess her rookie contract it was finished last year.
Right. So this is your post-rookie contract.
Right.
She should be getting, somewhat of a bag. And maybe it's just because of her being hurt last year and like her
But not. She
sample
still played
size.
28 games.
I know.
She wasn't that hurt.
I know. And she helped to win.
Maybe they're just like going back and forth of what they want to give her.
No. I want this team. I want to believe that this team is investing in Ray personally, because if you're going to protect her, I don't think she's the player that you should like protect her and then bring her off the bench. Like if you want to show that you're committed to her,
right?
Sure. Give her a starting role. And if Cam's okay to come off the bench, which she probably is, we don't hear any fuss from her.
No, she seems happy.
Then that's all right. Because Nneka, this is Nneka's retirement tour.
Yes.
Nneka decided to, come back to a team that she spent a lot of time with after Seattle. She's, returning to the Sparks. A very cool story for them to go out and sign Nneka to, a good chunk of change.
Yeah. No, Nneka was on the Sparks for 12 years.
Yeah. A long time.
Spent 2 years in Seattle, comes back to the Sparks after turmoil in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Nneka is incredible of a player.
Very good player.
Like consistently throughout her career, she's averaged 16 points a game.
All day, she's an all W talent every day of the week.
Mm-hmm. So this is a huge get for the Sparks.
I think so. As far as their like winner equity is concerned.
Yeah.
I'm going to love to see what Nneka can be. And Nneka's not by any means washed.
No.
I say retirement tour. She still is playing like
she's 35.
an all-star.
Yeah. She has a couple more years in her.
She could. She could. But I know it was very important for her to get this contract after the new CBA.
Right.
After
After
all the
she
work
fought
she
so
did.
hard, she's the president of the Players Association.
Correct. So she deserves it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very excited to see, her and KP playing together. KP year 2. Thoughts on that?
Obsessed.
Like, of course, we know you're obsessed with Kelsey Plum.
I'm obsessed with Kelsey Plum. I'm so excited to watch her again. She was incredible last year. I think after people kind of doubted her she was on Las Vegas.
Yep. She decides to make her own move.
Become, the sole guard, really.
Traded for the second overall pick, too.
Yeah, in LA. And she was averaging 20 points a game last year. So I'm very excited for Kelsey this year. I did just watch a video where somebody asked her why she took the contract that she took. Her contract, for those of you who don't know, $999,999. $1 short of $1 million.
Let me guess. She asked her AI twin, and that she said, "That's it. Do that."
No. She said the main reason, which I don't really believe this, but she said the main reason was because of taxes. Oh. Because if you make $1 million, then you owe like so much more in taxes.
Oh my God.
She said, I saved $13,000 just by making one less dollar. I was like, okay.
No one's doing it like Kelsey is.
No one.
She says, I don't want to be a millionaire.
She says people all the time come up to her like fans and give her $1.
No way.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
They're like, I need to give you my $1.
I have not heard that. Well, because it was advertised as, she's saving the team money so that they can add more talent. And they like really didn't make any other big free agent moves outside of Nneka, who they didn't even sign to a max. So like
So
you could have taken the $1.2 million max and it would have been fine, Kelsey. But hey,
no, she's just
save
a
that
troll.
$13K. She's a troll. She's a troll.
Okay, but I'm very excited for her.
Let's talk about the Ariel Atkins of it all.
Yeah.
Rakia, if we looked at what this team is, Rakia would have been the 3 for this team. Rakia is a really good wing. They gave up, they did a straight up swap to add in a player in Ariel who theoretically fits the team better. Sort of a depressed asset in Chicago. I don't know how I really feel about that trade at the end of the day as the dust settles. Maybe I would feel better if it was just Ray starting at the 2 and Rickea starting at the 3 instead of you trading Rickea away. I feel like it makes sense to keep the homegrown talent there. But Rickea was, we've said in the Chicago pod, Rickea was very excited to make the move. So I'm not going to blame her if it's cool. Ariel Atkins is just going to have to be open and shoot the ball. That's going to be her job. Like, make your shots, because Kelsey's going to, draw attention and get you open looks, knock them down, because you didn't necessarily do that in Chicago all the time. She's not going to be a primary option. She's going to be like the third option, fourth option for this team, potentially.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Very relaxed.
Like, I think she could fit in well in that situation. I think she was a good player on Washington, scored about 13 points a game in my rough mental math. And then goes to Chicago, and like, there's 0 guards on Chicago last year. So like, she was expected to be a primary option, especially after Courtney Vandersloot tears her ACL. So she was carrying the entire load of the team on her back, and it was just a complete disaster. So I do think that under less pressure and less of such a like scrutiny, I think Ariel can be a very good player on this team.
Right. Well, she's the second highest paid player on the team, so she is going to have a massive workload for herself.
That's pretty crazy.
But let's talk about the highest paid player on the team, De'Erica Hamby, who is the center that they decide to stick with Azare going to Chicago. De'Erica Hamby, she's the primary big, and when you look at this team, how this roster is constructed, you're gonna have to be playing like Nneka or Cam as rotational backup center. They don't really have a center behind De'Erica.
Yeah, like De'Erica.
It's like the De'Erica show.
Right. De'Erica, right. She's not really a center. Like, she's 6'3". She's more of a forward. But she does kind of command the post.
Yeah, she's a post player.
Yeah.
That's where she makes her bread and butter.
I mean, she really only will shoot like maybe 1-3 a game.
Maybe.
But she's 6'3". She's very good in that position.
Oh, yeah. But she's going to have to guard the biggest player on the other team.
Right.
And if that's a quality player like an Aaliyah Boston.
And perhaps that's why they can't have Cam in the starting lineup. They just need her to be able to rotate out with De'Erica
to play the 4,
Nneka.
play the 5. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
makes sense.
Kind of what we should expect. So Cam's going to get a lot of time.
I think she will still get a lot of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Looking down the rest of this team, they could have the steal of the draft in Tania Latson, a player that was, in NCAA preseason, she was like potentially a top 5, top 6 pick, and she drops all the way to 20, ends up in LA.
Yep.
Probably the biggest fall in the night. They could be sneaky lucky to have her as a backup guard, but fortunately, because this team is so full of quality guards, Latson doesn't necessarily have to prove anything in year 1, though it would certainly behoove this team to figure out if she is, the real deal. Latson is certainly a player that I want to keep an eye on with this team. And, if we're talking about X factors, someone I think that is an X factor for this team is one of the clutchest players that I know. And it's Erica Wheeler, who they sign to be effectively the backup point guard behind Kelsey Plum. Wheels? We love Wheels. We love Wheels after, everything that she was in Unrivaled this past year. Very fun presence. Always had the family in town to watch her. And
That's good vibes.
a clutch player on that vinyl team.
I think she will be a great addition in like the secondary lineup.
Yes.
Where Kelsey Plum is giving you so much energy in the starting lineup, especially when Kelsey's not there. Wheels will keep that energy going.
Yeah, and I think you can play Wheels as a backup to Ariel as well.
Yeah.
Like you can play Wheels at the 2
Right.
and just get her
But
looks.
I think Wheels is giving you more energy than Ariel Atkins is. So that's where it's going to come from
Yeah.
in the secondary.
Yeah. And then exactly what they do with the rest of the roster is kind of up in the air. Unfortunately, we haven't seen more concrete ideas of what this team could be. There's a player, Chance Gray, who played well in their first preseason game. She could be a guard that likely makes this team. Emma Cannon, we saw, was on this team last year. She's pretty well liked in the locker room. Very funny personality. If you've seen any of the LA TikToks or Instagram reels, so check out for Emma Cannon. Sanaya Fagan, she didn't really get a lot of playing time last year, but I do anticipate in year 2 that she's going to have more opportunity to, be a quality forward for this team. We know that they're standing by her. It looks like they likely protected her in the draft, in the expansion draft. So that could be very telling. I think there's a lot of upside for Sanaya to potentially play a real role in this team. And a lot of question marks, but still a lot of quality with this team. I think they're going to be one of the more high variant clubs that we should expect in this upcoming season. If everything goes right, they certainly could be a contender. I certainly think they could be a contender. But at the end of it, Kristen, where do you have the Sparks? Where did you settle on the Sparks?
Well, I love that you say that they could be a contender because I do feel that way. Like, this team is sneaky good. Last year, a lot of them were hurt at the beginning of the year.
Yes.
And they were not good at the beginning of the year. It kind of was a similar to the Aces storyline where at the end of the year, they were super good.
Yeah. Yep.
But it really got lost because everyone was like, whoa, the Aces have won 16 games in a row. That was the storyline. People didn't really think about the Sparks, and they were very good at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And they've only gotten better. So, unfortunately, I have the Sparks 6th.
Okay.
But I really want them to be higher than that.
I don't think that's unfortunate. I have the Sparks as the top of the bubble tier for me. I don't think they're a lock to make the playoffs, unfortunately.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
I have them as 7.
Okay.
I have them as 7.
Fine.
And any given day of the week, their top end talent could prevail. They struggled with some turnovers last year. Their defense really wasn't it.
Yeah, it's the defense
They need to figure it out.
Yeah.
Can Lynn Roberts figure out the defensive sets for this team that makes them consistently win games? And yeah, you're right. The health stuff was real. And if they were healthier, then they probably are that 8 seed last year.
Yes,
They probably
for sure.
don't make it over. They probably knock the Valkyries out. So, there's only 2 games different. So I think the Sparks, with year 2 of this coaching staff, year 2 of Kelsey Plum, establish that defensive identity. Maybe NECA is more of an anchor to that.
She will be, for sure.
If Cam makes a leap, then who knows? They could be 6th. They could be 4. I could see a world where they're even in top 3.
Literally, I could.
So I'm not doubting this. I'm not doubting the Sparks, even with the 7th place ranking. I just need to see the consistency
Okay.
from the club.
Amazing.
Now let's take a trip to the nation's capital to check in with our youngest team, the Washington Mystics, or as I like to call them, UCLA East. It's not true. They only drafted 2 UCLA players, but maybe they should have drafted 3, and I'll explain why. Washington last year finished with a record of 16-28, good for 10th in the standings. They flashed at times an exciting rookie class that unfortunately we only got to see 2 out of 3 of last year with Sony and Kiki, but Kiki-tron was a huge storyline last year. Immediate besties, doing stuff together. It was cute. Georgia Amor, of course, a player that got hurt in the preseason last season. She's back. She's healthy, and the team is committed to those 3 rookies to be the cornerstones of this franchise, plus the players that they added this year. The starting five in Washington looks to be Georgia Amor, Sonia Citron, Michaela Onyenwere, Kiki Iriafen, and Shakira Austin, a player who they stood by and gave that 3-year maximum contract after there was the moment where potentially she goes to Toronto. They said, we'll match, we'll bring her in, which means that the 6th player off the bench is likely their 4th overall pick in last year's draft, Lauren Betts, a national championship winner with UCLA. Kristen, this team, young, fun, exciting. Where do you want to start?
All of the above.
All of the above.
It's absolutely, it's the youngest team, I believe, of the league. So many of them are in their rookie contracts still. I just don't really know what to do with this team.
Yes.
Like, I think if you listen to our draft recap, some of their draft decisions were questionable to us. Obviously, you take Lauren Betts. She's the best big of this draft. She just wins the championship with UCLA. But also having Shakira just like made it a little bit confusing because Shakira has become such a solid big, like
Yes.
one of the best. I
When
would
she's
say.
healthy, one of the best bigs in the league.
One of the best centers in the league.
Yeah.
So drafting another generational center is like a little bit weird, but we'll see what happens there. And then they just kind of continue to draft bigs who aren't like the best shooters.
Yes, bigger players. Chock full of bigs, this team.
They're young, they're big, and they're fun.
Yes, young, big, and fun. I say UCLA East. They only drafted Lauren and Angela Dugalich.
Yeah, but Michaela was their coach.
Correct. And I'm always going to say that this team should have Gianna Neepkins on it because they should have selected Gianna Neepkins at 11. My biggest gripe with this team and why everyone, there's so much discourse about how they were, and it was an A+, and it was A+. And I know we've got people in the comments right now saying, you're sleeping on Washington. And maybe I am sleeping on Washington. But you can't win games. You can't win modern basketball games without being able to at least competently shoot the three. And Georgia Amor, sure, she wasn't with the team last year. Sony in year 2, maybe she finds her shot again. She didn't have her shot in Unrivaled.
No, Sony really struggled in Unrivaled.
And that's huge. Now, maybe I'm sure she worked on it in the offseason. It's very important that she shoots a lot of threes for this team. But they were last in 3 points attempted last year. Wasn't a part of Sid Johnson's game plan.
Yeah, and I'll say they were last when they had Brittany Sykes and Shug Sutton on the team, both of whom shoot some threes.
Some.
And now they're not even there.
Correct. Both gone. Not the heaviest volume 3-point shooters, but certainly a higher volume 3-point shooters than what they're currently working with.
Yeah.
This is going to be like, I need to see Georgia Amor shooting 8 threes a game. Like, that's what I am kind of expecting.
But how is that going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen because she's going to have her rookie kinks to work out. She's going to have things to figure out. She's perfectly healthy. We've seen the video. She's in the gym. Everything's looking good for Georgia. I'm just concerned that there's not going to be enough shooting on this team. They only scored 66 points in their first preseason game. I know that's not a real team. It's just a preseason factor. But I worry about the offensive output for this team. They're going to have to make their money in the paint. One thing I will say, Kiki Iriafen in Unrivaled worked on stretching out her game. Kind of what we just talked about with Cam. Kiki able to shoot the three a little bit. We'll see what she worked on in the offseason. Maybe she put that into her bag. I really hope that she does, because Kiki is a player that I'm super high on. And now that you have Shakira and Lauren, Shakira on a max and Lauren as another focal point big, I just hope that Kiki doesn't fall outside of what this team is going for. I hope Kiki continues to remain a focal point because I do think she's a very high quality player that is committed to developing all aspects of her game.
Mm-hmm. No, she definitely is.
So I'm just laying that all out there. I'm just laying out my concerns for this squad because Michaela, not really a shooter. Angela Dugalich, decent shooter, not a volume shooter.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, well, let's pause on Michaela Onyenwere. It actually does surprise me how little of a shooter she is.
Yeah.
She's only 6 foot,
Yeah.
but she only shoots 1-3 a game.
Not her game.
No. I'm so confused.
Yes, me too. Rory Harmon, who I think is going to make this team as a backup point guard, not a shooter either.
Yeah.
The one small that you drafted this past draft isn't even really a shooter.
I know.
I just question. Yes, they're all good players.
And it's not like Michaela is like a vet that's coming in to like teach. She's 26.
Yeah, she's young too. She's young too. But she is going to weirdly be this veteran presence because she literally coached
Right, half the
Lauren
team. Right.
and Angela.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. But I just want to be honest with the audience that I have some real concerns about Washington. Though I do
have
think
real
they're going to be very
concerns.
fun.
Did you talk about Lucy Olson?
No, haven't brought up Lucy Olson yet. I think Lucy Olson is going to have a huge task.
Lucy Olson is potentially like the swing of this team. She really didn't play that much last year, only 12 minutes. She was a rookie last year.
Yeah.
And honestly, she might not have made this team if Georgia was healthy last year.
Yeah, it was definitely open.
So here she is, a second-year player. She only scored 4 points a game last year. But she took 1 to 2 threes.
Okay. That's on 12 minutes. If you do that per 36, she's averaging 6 threes a game. Something like that.
I don't know. Well, she was a 27% three-point shooter. I don't know. I think they need somebody to shoot
Step
a lot
up.
of threes. Other
than the starters.
Georgia Amore will shoot a lot of threes. I want her to. I love that. Somebody else needs to be able to shoot some threes other than her.
And if you're saying, threes ain't everything, threes are so important.
They kind of are.
They are. When you look at a team like Phoenix or a team like New York or a team even like Vegas.
Yeah. When your posts are going to be able to compete with the best of them, which I'm
Support
saying
them.
that because Shakira would be able to compete with Asia. Your guards have to as well.
Right.
And this is not even close to me.
Right. I think these are all valid concerns. Not only, are they super young, but and who knows, maybe they all come in and they all are just suddenly 3-point shooters. They all just learned how to shoot threes in the off season. I hope so. Lucy Olson is randomly
so.
I randomly saw her mixtapes, her off-season mixtapes of what she's been cooking in the lab.
Well,
and
yeah,
she's
I've seen that too.
she's kind of cooking.
Yeah.
Random. I think she is as much as the healthy Shakira on a max is an X factor, Lucy Olson's low-key an X factor.
No, I agree with you. I have very high hopes for Kiki this year.
Yeah. You feeling good about the
I
Kiki?
feel good about Kiki. I have very high hopes. Kiki and Sony. I think Sony will get back into it. I think 3-on-3, she was not used to it.
Sure.
So the two of them, I think, will perform. I'm looking forward to Georgia. I just feel like I'm just so unsure about what's going to happen in Washington. And honestly, the trajectory was looking so clear to me when we recorded a podcast before the draft
Yep.
about our top 10 off-season moves.
Shakira's going to Toronto,
And
guys.
we thought Shakira was going to Toronto. I was like, that is amazing.
It's great for them to lose such a talented player. No.
Well, I know, but when everyone's slating you to get Lauren Betts, yeah, that would have made sense.
It's not like it's bad to have both of them,
But
but you have to
no.
figure it out.
But then they fire their GM for some reason. They bring
Justice Richard Miller.
Shakira back on a max. And then they draft all these bigs. And now I'm like, what just happened?
Yep.
Like, it seemed like it was going so well. And now I'm just confused. And I understand that a lot of people like don't feel this way. And I can see this going well. I can see this being very positive. If these rookies like come out swinging,
Yep.
then sure. Like, I can see them making the playoffs and going on a little run, a little fun young run. But I can also see it like really not working out at all.
And the last person I'll bring up, because we didn't mention her, Cassandra Prosper, who they drafted in the second round, I believe 19th overall, 19th overall, is a player that I'm interested in following. She's the youngest player to be drafted into the W out of the U.S. She's currently 20, going to be 21. Sister of Omax Prosper, who is on the Mavericks at this point, I believe. Apparently, like, defensive fiend, potentially, like, high upside player, guard, wing type, good size. Don't exactly know, like, the ins and outs of her game, but a player that I've heard very positive in, like, draft prep videos that I watched. So I think that's like a good get for Washington. A player that you're not necessarily going to see a lot of, but I do think she's going to make the 12-woman roster. We know that one of the players that they've already added to their development squad, they made the conscious decision to add Dariana Little Page Buggs, who they drafted later in the draft, to one of their development pool spots. They guaranteed that. And then they have one open. But they're just going to be the young team. I mean, we as Philadelphia sports fans are currently riding a young team in the Flyers.
Oh, okay.
You made a face. You didn't know where I was going with
I
this.
wasn't sure.
But like, it is possible to have young teams surprise the world
Absolutely.
and go on runs. It's going to take a lot. And it's weird because typically with those teams, you see like one or two like stalwart veterans. This team doesn't even really have that. No. Like, I don't consider Shakira in my mind is not like grizzled vet. She's like,
no,
I'm about to approach my prime.
Right.
Same with Michaela. So it's weird. There's no like,
it's weird.
I don't mean this in a negative way, but there's no like adult in the room.
No. And you could tell they make like reels a lot that are like very silly.
Yeah, very silly. What was it? The one where they're in the locker room and they had the cash and they were like throwing the cat. Yeah,
they're like throwing dollar bills at each other.
I was like, okay, look, I'm glad you're having fun. I can't wait to see what it looks like on the court.
Yeah.
So Washington, we recognize that they could be good. Where do you have them finishing this year?
I have Washington, and I think I said this last time that I am willing to flip this, but I had them at 12.
Okay.
So
you have
missing
them,
the playoffs.
You have them guaranteed missing the playoffs. Like, you feel like they're outside of the bubble.
What's the bubble?
Players that you think... No, the bubble could be as big as you want.
Oh.
Do you think that they are...
They're probably not going to make the playoffs.
Okay. Well, even looking back, I have them 10th.
Okay.
Ahead of the Sky. When I really think about it, I was probably a little too low on the Sky there. I'd probably flip them. I'd probably have them 11.
Okay.
But I do still have them in the bubble tier.
Sure.
I do think that I'm leaving room. I'm holding space for Washington to maybe make a run. But somebody's got to show me that they can shoot.
Right.
Multiple players need to show me that they can shoot
Yeah.
before I'm going to believe.
For sure.
I think that's going to do it for this episode. A fun little little foray into 3 of our last 6 teams. That leaves us with only 3 left to talk about.
And they better do something soon so we are more confident.
Yes. We've got New York, Minnesota, Phoenix, 3 of the top teams last season. We'll see how we feel about them going into this season when we get to that. But yes, please, over the weekend, make some decisions, cut some people. Phoenix today or yesterday just cut 4 people.
Oh, that's not on my spreadsheet. I didn't know.
Well, we'll get you up to speed. They're
Okay.
nobody that you know. I mean,
I have all the training camp contracts listed here. Literally 13 training camp contracts.
well, hopefully they cut some more then.
Yeah.
If you'd like to send us an email and let us know what you think, tell us why we're completely wrong about Washington or why we're completely right about Washington. Don't just say we don't know ball, because we know ball. Send us an email at attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating, please, 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 if you'd be so kind, on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show. Subscribe to the YouTube, and of course, tell your friends and family to check out the show. Get them ready so that you can talk ball with them when the WNBA season arrives on May 8th. Kristen, anything else before we send this one off?
No.
Sounds good.
Keep a lookout for... I have no idea what the mascot is in Washington. The panda. What's his name? Trivia.
Shoot. I knew his name. It only took me 25 minutes. Pax the panda.
Why?
Look out for that guy. Look out for him. He's coming soon. He's coming to snatch that mascot crown this year. Big year for Pax.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. Thank you so much for listening, Kristen. I'm staring at the baseline, and as always, what are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the Baseline. Thank you again for listening, and we'll be back soon to talk about our final 3 teams of our preseason preview.